What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the first official podcast for Nerdcast Network. I am here with Mr. M, who is also known as Beastie Boy, and we have a special guest this week. We have Tar Ogre, or Rodney N. Welcome to the show, dude. Glad to have you here.
Hello.
So, today we got a full episode for you guys. We're gonna, sorry never got, update on what this channel is going to be officially doing, but what we're going to be doing basically is we're going to have a while to just basically talk about anything nerdy, and yeah, so we do have a list of things we want to talk about, and we're just going to basically have open discussion about it. And I think this first link was provided from us by Evan, so it was about Nintendo's mysterious console gets release date. So have you guys even heard about anything about the NX lately?
Not as of late, but I remember hearing about it originally.
Oh, yeah, I heard about it originally way at the beginning of 2016 about it being the next console. It was gonna. I also heard that it was possibly gonna have some stuff, kind of like the Sega Saturn, but I don't know if that would be a good idea in a whole.
Like how it'd be the Ultra Mega Tower.
Yeah, because that would just basically give it the versatility to be one massive ass console, and it could be either a big plop or it could be like a big successor, like the Sega Saturn was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Saturn did well. Then again, the Dreamcast people say did well, but we all know that's a lie.
Yeah, it's just you gotta look at the game versatility for them, and you also gotta look at the numbers on how many units sold. You know, it's just that stuff that you gotta look at.
Yeah, if you look at Nintendo's recent stuff, their consoles haven't done perfectly.
Well, they've been eating shit between everything else, though. They've been eating, like, if you look at, like, Xbox and PlayStation numbers between the Wii U and everything, the Wii U's just blown out of the water, but it doesn't make it a bad console, though. I've played on Wii U, and it actually is a really fun console, and really it's underestimated for its power.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to get into that, but Nintendo NX, I don't see why they need it. They just released the Wii U how many years ago? 2? 3?
It came out in 2012, if I believe.
It did?
I want to say, yeah, it came out in 2012.
Let me look this up.
I was say I'm looking this up right now, and if you guys didn't know,
I'm sure it came out in 2012.
I was to say, guys, I do also have my laptop. I'm using
November 18th, 2012.
Yeah. So
wow,
it
seems like it was just last year.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel that old of a console yet, but the game selection on it is what probably killed it. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't
there's
have,
not
like,
that much that's for
Duty.
it.
I was gonna say, it doesn't have like Call of Duty, Black Ops 3,
like the old Wii used to have.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Wii used to have Call of Duty.
Well,
yeah, but
it has
then again, that didn't do so well. People still prefer the Xbox and the PlayStation for Call of Duty.
Right. It just felt so weird compared to playing it with a controller than it did with the Wii Zapper and everything. I remember.
Yeah, because you had to literally have the Wii Zapper to be able to play it.
Yeah, it felt so weird if you didn't have it.
Except for with PlayStation and Xbox, you just could use your controller, and that's amazing that you can do that. Yeah. But then when it goes to with the Wii Zapper, it's just weird.
And like I said, just because how the gameplay is fun, it's both the Wii and the Wii U were really good consoles, but in a whole, what killed them was just the game selection. But anyway, coming on this, in this article, it says the news came as part of Nintendo's financial result briefing in Japan this morning, where they confirmed the release date of their mysterious new console and confirmed a long suspected rumor: that Legend Zelda Wii U will indeed be ported to the NX. So,
well now,
I have no idea what Zelda Wii U is. I love Zelda in a whole. I've played them since growing up. I'm playing them again right now, even with emulators through Dolphin. And
I remember playing the original not even that long ago, I got a 3DS. It's since been broken when I tried to replace the screen. Other story. I had the Legend of whatever that Nintendo Power or whatever the heck that was called, where you could like earn coins and
Yeah.
get actual games. I remember they had that sell, and I had enough coins, and I got the original Legend of Zelda on my 3DS, and I had so much fun with it. It was just, it was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Difficult as heck, but then again, games back in that age, difficulty was difficulty.
Yeah, I
Unlike
would say
kind of
games
now.
back then were built to be
Yeah.
difficult. They weren't built to be like today's, where you gotta be mindless and run around with guns and shoot. Back then, you actually had to use a little bit of strategy to play.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
I've
what
been
I
playing
loved
a lot.
growing up with the games.
I've been playing a lot
You
of
had to
Doom
literally have
actually.
strategy.
oh yeah, and
I've been
without
playing a lot of
strategy, it's
Doom.
kind of like, why? But
Anyway,
more on that. Worry not though, Zelda fans. The Wii U version of the game will still make an appearance. Nintendo announced that it will launch simultaneously for Wii U and NX
Simultaneously.
simultaneously.
learn
Shut
to
up.
English, bruh.
I don't know how to English.
Anyway, Dr.
this-
Pepper, officially sponsored. No, it's not.
No, it's not. At this point, it's probably safe to assume that the new Zelda will be a launch title for the NX, which means it finally has a rough release date of March 2017. Okay, so we're seeing this within a year. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's
I actually would
Yeah,
love
it's
to
not
see,
that far.
Cause
I
then,
mean, we're almost halfway through 2016, so
yeah,
it's not going to be that long.
we haven't
until
really
see it.
seen anything big come out quite yet,
Oh,
except
no.
Doom. I mean, Doom was
2016
probably,
has been kind of a lame year for gaming so far.
yeah.
Well, there has been other games. There were The Division. There was Dark Souls 3. Me personally, I don't really care for either of the games, but still.
Me
There were
neither.
I
other
got the
good
Division with
games
my
that-
graphics card, and I
other
have not got to play it yet. I've been hearing it's a good game, but I'm not gonna be able to back that story up until I actually play it.
Yeah, and the release of the Fallout 4 DLCs. Recently, the workshop was finally set out for PC and it's open beta. I've personally been messing around with the creation kit. I have no
Is
idea
it
what the
now
hell to
in
make,
workshop?
but still.
I didn't know it was in Workshop.
Well, not a Steam workshop. It's more of a Bethesda workshop.
Oh,
You get what I'm trying to
okay.
say?
I was gonna say, because I didn't know it was in Workshop. I would have been like, bruh.
No, it's. I still use Nexus for all my mods, and really, this is just like basically just Bethesda's version of the Steam Workshop.
Okay.
And also, along with that, they've also disabled achievements if you have mods. So, like if you were using cheat codes on GTA, it disables
Yeah.
the achievements. That, good idea, but I've already seen on the Nexus, today even, that there's already a mod bypassing that.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
Let's
A mod
continue
bypassing a thing for mods, yeah.
Let's continue this topic. Nintendo describes the NX as a brand new concept, but announced that we won't actually be seeing the console at E3 this June. Well,
Huh.
I honestly think that's kind of a blow in the kneecaps to Nintendo. E3 is the biggest gaming thing of the year, and if you don't have something to present, like something big like a new console or a giant new game coming out for the console, it kind of is just a blowover for the company, and really just all they do is just acquire crap for it.
Yeah.
Really, I've been hearing rumors about a new Elder Scrolls or something coming out in E3. I doubt that's true.
That has been confirmed.
That's been confirmed?
That has been confirmed.
Holy.
Huh.
Or are you thinking about that Hearthstone like Elder Scrolls game? There's this card game like Hearthstone coming out for Elder Scrolls. Is that what you're talking
They have
about?
a card game coming out?
No.
Yeah, it's similar to
I heard
Hearthstone.
I heard that they have officially released the game that is coming out.
Hold on. Let me see
This
this
is
one.
all what I heard though, so I'm gonna continue the topic while you read over that. Obviously, everyone is excited to get their hands on the first truly open world Zelda game. We've seen precious little of the title since it was announced at E3 2014. Besides, one trailer and some grainy gameplay footage. The fact it's being ported, the NX, means that the Wii U will be the first Nintendo home console not to have an exclusive Zelda game. Which is that is kind of weird, though. I did not
That's
know.
disappointing.
Yeah.
I did not know that it never had a Zelda title yet. I didn't know that. So that means they haven't seen anything really new since Skyward Sword. And have you guys got to play Skyward Sword on the Wii yet?
Big flop.
Oh yeah, that was a big flop. I mean,
I
I
haven't got
liked
to
the
play
game. The fact that you needed a Motion Plus to play it, though, that was kind of awkward for me to use. But
Like, even though like controllers were built in at the time with the Motion Plus, and if you're using an old Wii controller, you just slap this brick like thing onto the bottom of it, and there you go.
yeah, but it just
But
felt weird.
still,
Yeah, it just felt
like
weird.
really, you tried, you slashed with the motion. It was awkward.
Like,
As I've seen in a video called by Ego Raptor called Sequelitis, it says the only thing that Skyward Sword got right, besides bomb bowling, was the bomb throwing.
they did get that
That
right.
video, it's not even about Skyward Sword. It talks about how Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time
Yeah. And
versus each other.
honestly,
And the video,
they
yeah,
did okay with that. I will give them that.
yeah, like the little trajectory art, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
They should add that, but no bomb bowling.
Oh
No
yeah.
bomb. Unless it's really good bomb bowling, just don't do it.
Yeah, but the Wii.
Same.
But last generation of Wii, they've seen Skyward Sword. They also had they were also able to emulate the old consoles and have, like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and everything. But it only seen Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, which Twilight Princess, in my opinion, was a very huge successor. The game got a lot more crap than it should have, but the game was really good.
It was good.
I just didn't get why everyone in the community wanted the game to be created for both Wii and GameCube. There was a big fight over that.
And it eventually happened.
There was.
And
I don't understand why.
I mean,
it was right at the end of the GameCube's dead
it was
zone.
at the GameCube's
lifetime.
But what kept it basically going was that the Wii basically copied the hardware inside, put a new OS inside, added this danky motion control stuff, and boom, you had a brand new console. And
Which they should not have done.
No, they shouldn't have done that. But if it works, why change it? I mean, it worked for a console generation, and you were able to see a lot of good games from it.
Yeah, and one thing that Nintendo's always done is they've always taken, I don't know, they've always taken older graphics and processing power and stuff like that because they prefer having a cheap console with good games versus an expensive console with good graphics.
I would say that's kind of why PC kind of sits in the middle between Wii, Xbox, and PlayStation and everything. PC, honestly, in my opinion, sits in the middle of both of those. You have Wii where it's off on its own and it's doing its own thing. It has cheap hardware and everything and it runs fine. Games look fine on it and everything. Then you have Xbox and PlayStation who both try to build like these high-end consoles that have really poor frame rate, but they are like all about the graphics and making it look cool and having just mostly AAA titles. Then you have PC right in the middle where it looks good. You can put it on whatever budget you want. So if you want to spend more, you can spend more. If you want to spend less, you can spend less. It's still get a decent computer. Either way. I mean...
My laptop I'm using right now is $300, and it works fine for everything but hardcore gaming.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, and that's how my laptop was. And that's what I'm using it for now. I'm using it for everything but gaming. And, well, I still use it for gaming on the go, but most of the time I'm gaming on the desktop because I paid for the desktop to be built like that. And you guys did it right. But if you up your hardware just a tad, I could see you then being actually a fight between which is better, an Xbox, a PlayStation, or a Wii.
Yeah, they're not getting into the race. They're just down there doing their own little thing. They need to get into the race. I mean,
Honestly, no, I wouldn't. If they
it's a waste of money.
Honestly, no. If they wanted to get into the race, all they gotta do is just up the hardware just a tad. If they don't want to get in the race,
That's what they're not doing. They're not doing that.
And
yes, but that's what I think they're going to be doing with the NX. From what I've been reading, they are going to be competing with the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 with the NX.
well, you guys soon now. Well, then again, you soon now have to call it the Xbox One Slim and the PlayStation 4.5. We'll go over that stuff later. Let's get into our next topic, and this is on Doom hides an alien retro secret in every mission. Huh.
Seems very juicy.
Alien? You mean awesome?
Do what?
Did you say alien? I think you mean awesome.
An awesome retro secret in every mission. Yes. I'm sorry. ID Software exclusive.
I was gonna say.
Alright. ID Software executive producer Marty Stroughton and creative director Hugo Martin reveals to IGN that every mission in Doom hides a classic map from the original games. Think the Wolfenstein New Order Easter egg on a bigger scale. To get it on this retro goodness, all you have to do is locate each mission's hidden lever. Yeah, hidden lever, and give it a pull. A jingle will play, and you'll be granted access to a section of the map that calls back to the classic Doom. So, classic Doom was a very good game.
Oh yeah. And as I was trying to say earlier, with the difficulty of games, I've been playing a lot of Doom as of recently. Mainly Brutal Doom and its new campaign, I guess I'll call it. It's basically just its version of a level pack, and it's actually got a story to it.
Yeah.
And so I've been playing way too much of it as of recently, and just I haven't had so much fun with a difficult game since, I don't know, maybe.
See, probably the last time
probably
I had fun
The Legend
with a
of Zelda
game was probably in my days of playing Majora's Mask. That game was difficult because you had to get everything done in 3 days, and it's like, can you do it in 3 days on the game? I used to sit there for hours trying to figure out, how am I going to get this done this fast?
Yeah, and with difficulty of games now, one example I've been seeing as of recently a lot, especially by one of the streamers I watch on Twitch, has been that XCOM 2 isn't not necessarily difficult, but just unfair. And he says this because the hit chances are built all against you.
Well, XCOM 2 is not really my favorite type of gaming. I mean, I can see a lot of people being out there playing it, but me as a gamer, it's not that good of a game because it's just, I don't even know how to put it out there. Like,
it's just not your type of game.
Yeah, it's just,
you're not really into the RTS style of games.
No, because the way they have it built is just,
awkward. Yes.
Yeah.
It is quite.
And that's something I like about Doom in some games. They are not built like that, and they're built, with a little bit of difficulty, but it's possible. It's not like Dark Souls, and all you see is you're dead everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
A dying simulator. Simulator.
That's a XCOM 2. Yeah, there's a lot of failing just because of random stuff. Like, RNG is not on your side at all. Like, it says, oh, you have a 96% chance. No, you really got, maybe a 50% chance. Because it's not that easy.
Alright, let's continue this.
It lies to you.
Alright, let's continue this topic. This classic level on display in this video below is E1M2. We don't need it. We're not going to be able to show him that video. Well, I guess we really just went over this entire topic. I mean,
pretty much.
What is it?
It was just Doom's hidden awesome retro secrets.
Oh.
But
yeah.
I guess let's hop into our next topic. And this one I think Tar would like a lot. So this is on Fallout 4's extra hard survival mode coming to console. Well, coming to console, but not PC. Do you guys want to?
Well, it's already been on PC.
It's already on PC.
Oh yeah.
It's been there for like a month.
You want to read about this one, Tar?
Bethesda has confirmed the Fallout 4 survival mode difficulty will be coming to PlayStation and Xbox One sometime next week, though we do not have an expected date just yet. The super hard new mode that vows to separate the men from the boys comes as part of Fallout 4's 0.5 update. It's already available for PC users via Steam. I've been playing it. It's really good.
I haven't got to play it
because
yet.
Those guys get the best of everything.
I haven't got to play I haven't got to play the survival mode yet. I've been playing a lot of CS:GO lately, and also a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5. I've been working on the story mode for that, and CS:GO. When I want to get a little more competitive, I go with.
I beat GTA 5 times.
I know you beat GTA 5 times.
Why?
Why?
I felt like it.
And he's a console peasant and did them all 5 times on a console.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But I haven't.
Don't charge me.
I mean, I haven't really got to play Fallout 4's newest update with the survival mode because I've been. It's just right now where I'm sitting with games. It's not where I'm at. Soon it'll be one, but right now it's just. Right now I'm on Grand Theft Auto 5. Oddly, like I've probably racked between now and since I built this PC, probably about 10 hours alone just on that game, just in story mode. And most of the time I'm not even doing the story mode. I'm just playing around on it and doing stuff and,
yeah, try me. I've got like 120 hours.
I know, you have 100.
But then again, that's nothing compared to the average PC player.
Oh no, because if you look at, like Mystic Wizards, he has like 600 hours on games.
Yeah. I think he's got 1,000 hours on Isaac. And he's starting to get there on freaking
on
Lethal League. Not Lethal League. What?
Nuclear Throne.
Nuclear Throne. Yeah, he's got a lot of hours on games. He's just that kind of guy. He just once he gets into a game, he can't put that game down.
Yeah, like
until he's like almost dead with that game.
Yeah, like. Actually, he only has like 459 hours on that game. He has the game he has the most hours on is Borderlands 2 with 654 hours.
But you probably played a lot of that with me.
I was saying, that's something I want to get back into playing. I love Borderlands 2. It is one of my favorite games on the console.
And Mystic and I have been wanting to get back into it as well, so we might have a third person finally.
Awesome.
Besides Zach.
Well, yeah, Zach would. All 4 of us could do basically the campaign together, and
I'm still working on his dang laptop to send to him. He ain't got any Wi-Fi up in Chicago right now though, which kind of sucks. Anyway, back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
Survival mode will push. I was trying to read that. Survival mode will push Commonwealth explorers to their limits. Things like quick save, fast travel have been disabled, meaning you'll have to walk to all your destinations like a radioactive peasant, and death will set you back a lot more than usual. To be personal, I've been only doing, I've not the quick save thing. I quick save all the time. It's just a habit I can't do. But I have been not fast traveling. That's just how I play RPGs like Skyrim and that.
Fast traveling.
Bethesda's very good, it's good, but it's not good because Bethesda hides little story plots everywhere. Like there's one area in Skyrim. I remember finding this, and I was like, oh, well, if I wasn't fast traveling, I would have never thought of this. Giant mud crab.
See, that's something I got spoiled with a lot of in New Vegas when I played it a lot, was the fast travel. I mean, it was a lot easier for me to fast travel, like, if I had to go across the map, yeah, fast traveling was nice. But, it was just something I kind of spoiled myself with. I missed out a lot on this stuff, and when I replayed it on my computer, I noticed how much fast travel really affected the storyline because there's so much story between everywhere. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. If you do want to save, you'll have to find a bed and get some kip. Kip?
Kip.
Kip.
What is
It's
kip?
just KIP. Anyway, you'll have
Kip.
to get some sleep, probably. You'll have to keep yourself fed and watered and ensure your companions are in good shape, or you'll find combat, already more difficult, obviously, will be even more of a struggle.
Wait, so that means your companions could turn on you and attack you?
I have no idea what that one means.
That would be freaking sick if they could. That'd be scary, but
That
sick.
would suck.
That'd be scary, but sick.
Yeah, I think they'll just do like less damage and take more damage. Maybe I don't know. I doubt they'll turn against you. Like really, do you want Nick turning against you like that? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want that to
The
be dude.
1.5 update also includes support for May's Far Harbor expansion, which is set to be the biggest landmass Bethesda has ever created for post-game content. Imagine Soulstein, but 5 times larger.
No kidding. I've got the That's something I wish I would have bought when I was like on a rampage and buying everything. I wish I would have bought the season pass, but it's
Oh, I did right before I did like the day before it got a price up.
yeah. I'm gonna pick it up late. I'll pick it up on a later date, so that way, I have it and I can get the DLCs. But I'm kind of sad I didn't pick it up earlier. But
I don't even have a computer that can run it, so I don't have any room to speak
well,
on that.
luckily we're building yours over the summer though, so
Hopefully.
And the last part of this article is just about how the mods were, and we already talked about that.
yep. So
Moving on.
Yep.
Onwards.
Moving on. This one I thought was interesting. I read about this one
Yeah.
a while back, and it's official that now Steam is now accepting Bitcoining as a payment method. So,
Wow, I thought Bitcoin was dead.
Bitcoining actually is not. I was reading about on it the other day, and Bitcoining is still apparently live and really going. So, to the people that don't know what Bitcoining is, I'm gonna pull up the definition of Bitcoining so that way you guys have, so I can not be wrong on
What, like
this.
from Urban Dictionary? I doubt Webster has an actual definition for Bitcoining.
It's Wikipedia that has something.
Close enough.
Yeah, but Bitcoining is a digital asset and a payment system invented by some Swedish guy, I'm gonna guess. I don't know, Satoshi Nakamoto. That sounds more Japanese than anything. Who
Where's it
published
say?
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I've heard of him. Continue.
Who published the invention in 2008 and released it as an open source software in 2009. The system is peer-to-peer. Users can transact directly without an intermediary. Transactions are verified by network nodes and records in a public distributed ledger called the blockchain. The ledger uses bitcoins as its unit of account. The system works without a central repository or single administrator, which has led the U.S. Treasury to categorize Bitcoin as a decentralized virtual currency. Bitcoin is often called the first cryptocurrency, although prior system existed. Bitcoin is usually more correctly described as the decentralized digital currency. It is also the largest of its kind in terms of total market value. So basically, it's
Wow.
just basically
Online currency.
yeah, and
Might as well be.
yeah. But what's interesting about it is people even build these computers just to Bitcoin mine, and Bitcoining mining is basically generating its own Bitcoin stuff and everything. I considered it a long time ago on a computer build, or even on one of my old desktops that I have, on doing Bitcoining, but there's a risk to it in building a computer decent enough to pull enough Bitcoins and everything. It's just a pain. So,
How does Bitcoin mining work?
Yeah. How does that work?
well, from my understanding, I don't know how the Bitcoining is just kind of generated, but there's apparently just something that's generated and it keeps making more and more of it and expanding onto it. It goes at depending the computer though, it goes at a very slow rate or a really big rate. But onto the article. After the rumors, it's official now. It's now official. Valve and BitsPay have partnered to bring Bitcoin as a payment method to Steam. Director of Business North America in APAC, Rory Desmond, announced it on the official website, and we'll have a link to the article on everything, on what he said in the article about Bitcoining gaming, or buying games with Bitcoining. Now, I kind of find this as a downfall, honestly, because basically, if you have a Bitcoin computer, now all you're doing is just getting your games for free, and Steam's getting nothing. And honestly, I'm not that person to get Steam nothing. Steam's a really great company. I would much
Valve
rather,
in general.
Valve, yeah.
Yeah, I would much rather see them get the money for the games and get the companies the games, or the money for the games, than get them nothing because they can't do it, because they're getting just money sent to them free. That isn't even real.
And these companies that make these games, they spend millions of dollars and hours and years of work to put in these games, and they're getting nothing in return.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
It's basically pirating.
So like,
might as well be.
So
yeah, it might as well be considered pirating.
Yeah, because like it says right here, it works for like popular games like Global Offensive, Sid 5, XCOM 2, and Fallout 4. And May award-winning titles were produced in-house at Valve, like Left 4 Dead, Half-Life, and Portal. So these are all really great games, except XCOM 2. I'm not a big fan of XCOM, like I said earlier. But all of these are really great games, and the companies are not getting money for it because they're Bitcoin.
They're getting nothing.
And it's
absolutely nothing.
Honestly, it's bull. I would rather see them get the money for the games than get jack shit.
Yeah, and also I see as though not very many people use Bitcoin. Like I said, I was pretty sure it was a dead thing.
Yeah.
And
I thought that was done years ago.
Yeah, I thought it died like in 2012. The Bitcoin died. Like
there's not many people that do it, but it's still there.
Yeah, and so that not many people do it, I see why they did it, because they're still going to be getting a lot more income than the Bitcoin. I'm going to say that Steam's revenue for anything, Bitcoin would be about 0.05, probably even lower than that, because not many people use it anymore. Like, sure, after this, maybe more of them will use it, but why? Why would they? There's no real point anymore.
All right, so we're going to go on to the next topic because there's really nothing big on that one. This one you guys do not actually have up. This is actually on the GeForce GTX 1080 in the 1070, possibly with a launch date. So about a month ago, I'm going to guess, they had this photo reveal, basically, or a photo leak of what the card was going to look like. And did you guys get to look at it?
Oh, yeah.
It looked like it looked pretty dang good.
I think that was a fake photo, though, because, I mean, if you look back at the last couple generations of cards, they didn't have that design. They had the original, flat, fan at the bottom, had the GTX, everything, had the window, and that's about it.
Yeah.
This one, it's just so bulky looking with all the narrow edges and everything, and it doesn't look like a graphics card. It looks more like just a designer piece. But the thing is, if you look at this is something I noticed. This is not just someone taking it off an old card cooler and then putting on a new one, because the brackets to tighten each one in are in different positions. So there was no way they could really like make their own and put it on and say, ooh, this is a leaked photo, because it's not like any other graphics card out there. What got my eye at this, though, on this article, though, was the fact that each graphics card now is going to have 8 gigabytes of GDDR5X RAM inside.
That I've never heard of.
GDDR5X is basically the next step, I guess, to performance speed in a card. It's supposed to be... It's clearly going to be faster than GDDR5. Not by much, though. I mean, if we looked at the difference between a DDR4 and DDR3 RAM, there's really not much difference between their speeds and everything. It was just the difference in their DIMM slots. If you look at the difference now between this and what I have in my computer, which is the GTX 970 from MSI, it's just basically, if you want to get this new graphics card, you gotta toss out your old hardware and get a new computer, basically. Because the motherboard, the new current motherboards only support up to GDDR5. They never had GDDR5X. Unless like a BIOS update comes up and the cards have the same DIMM slot and everything, and they just say, oh, this is GDDR5X. All you gotta do is just upgrade your BIOS on your motherboard, and then boom, you'll be able to run that card.
Without you were saying how it would be it would be almost like GDDR5, but just a little better, they might do that, because they probably will have the same DIMM slot. I could say that for now.
I could see, like, some of it being, different, but right now, god damn it, most of it right now is just still, I want to say, beta tested, but it's going to be basing their new cores and everything on their card is just going to blow any generation card we have out right now, and it's supposed to have a 40% boost rate. Supposedly, it's going to be released May 6th of this year, and it's going to hit the shelves in June. So, it is going to pop...
So it's going to be out in...
June.
3 days. Oh, beta testing.
No, it's going to hit the shelves in June, and it's going to be it's going to supposedly have a release date of May 6th, but it's going to hit the shelves, which would beat AMD's market out. I mean, AMD does also have a new generation of cards coming out, which is the R9 400 series. I haven't got to really see much in those. I do know that the top end card is going to be like my GTX 970 against the R9 390. It's just going to put more RAM inside, maybe boost the clock speed up on the card, and call it a day. I mean, it's not going to really change much. But these are whole new Pascal style GT video cards, and it's just kind of interesting to me to see what type of pack performance I can get inside of these. I mean, the cards alone look fine, but the fact that they're packing so much performance, it's almost to the time where everything just basically needs to get water cooled. Like, it's getting really kind of ridiculous on how much performance people try to pack in one piece of hardware.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
Neither.
Well, I'm a hardware person. I like hardware stuff. I like to know a lot on this stuff, and ongoing through the podcasts in the future and everything, you guys are going to see that. But as a whole, I think they have messed up on this card. And I say this because they're packing too much in a card, and they're not changing their cooling unit or anything. So they're packing too much performance, and unless they have like something just slightly changed on the last generation cards and just said it's fine, I don't know what to say really on how they're gonna do this. Across the board, they're all gonna have ridiculous amount of VRAM. Like right here, a rumor of what the 1080 is supposed to have. It's supposed to have 8 gigabytes of GDDR5X. It's supposed to have 2,560 CUDA cores. And if you compare that to the GTX 980 Ti, where it only has 6 gigabytes of GDDR5 and 2,816 CUDA cores, which in retrospect seems not big of a difference, but
It still makes a difference.
yeah.
Yeah,
And supposedly it's going to be, and get this, it's supposed to also have lower power consumption because it only is possibly going to take an 8-pin power. Because the GTX 980 Ti takes an 8 plus 6. And my graphics card takes an 8 plus 6. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting how they do this. Alright. Well, I don't even know how long we've been doing this. Anyway.
45 minutes.
48, 40, well, that's what mine says, but I don't know how long we've been.
Oh,
Alright.
well, we started right when I got in here, so about 46 minutes or so.
Yeah, so
Alright.
I think we're going to call this episode done for the day. Thank you guys for tuning into this podcast or discussion video. We're going to be doing these every Fridays and Saturdays. It's either going to be a Friday or a Saturday. Next week, we're going to be doing this in Branson. Me and Taroger and Evan again. We're all going to be recording there again. So, be sure to check in for that. This next week, we're not going to do face cams and everything because we're only going to be using one computer for all this, and
Yeah.
we're just going to do an
So-
audio
Yeah,
clip with our
that'd be-
logo, kind of. So, we'll be sorry for that next week. But other than that, every Friday or Saturday, we'll be recording right here, doing this. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out our Facebook, our Twitter, and all our other channels out. And we hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.